Well, it's not looking good for President Macron and his French government, is it? The anti-passport protesters continue every day and every week in Paris and other cities across France, and the French police have gone completely crazy. They're disrespecting the basic concept of human rights and free protest in a democratic country. His government, Macron, are losing credibility by the minute. He himself, as leader, is losing popularity by the minute. And considering I'm sure some of you have seen this footage. A woman trying to go into a shop to buy something, buy milk from a supermarket. She was stopped. Not only stopped, she was attacked by her own police officers who are being funded. Their salaries are being funded by the taxpayers in France. She was stopped and essentially attacked by them because she didn't have her paperwork. Of course, this video goes longer, and that there's no point about in terms of even media censorship and everything else on social media on YouTube. But you can still find these videos on Twitter. But the main point of this is that when we know that this movement, now there's a coalition of movement, but in France it's very, very focused. It is specifically about the show me your paper parts of this health issue. And it's all nonsensical anyway, because it doesn't really protect anyone. These governments know that. I'm not really sure who's actually trying to tell them, the puppet masters across the West and all these people who are very, very keen on having these passports enabled globally, including that implementation document that was produced by the WHO. Not really looking good in terms of the credibility of these institutions that we have globally. But Paris is seeing these movements growing every day. Well, all this has resulted in the latest opinion poll done by Figaro and AFP. Now, you've seen Macron is now only leading by 1 point, 24%, on top of Marine Le Pen, who is on 23%. And of course, we got the Republicans on 16, which is quite embarrassing for them. And the others on 14, and centre-left, the Corbynites, as they call them. But the problem here is that this AFP poll and all the other opinion polls that are showing is proving what's happening. Macron is struggling to get a proper lead. This will destroy him in the second round, because in 2017, when we had this kind of big movement and everybody was like trying to be like the anti-establishment, you vote for Le Pen. And it got close. But second round, Macron, as this so-called anti-establishment centrist who was part of the establishment, promised us Blairism but gave us Brownism. It was nonsensical in France. He's gonna struggle in the second round, unless he could manage to convince some of the other centrists to go with him. And you're gonna have some of the socialists and some of the conservatives actually go with Le Pen just to stop Macron. So this French election, and again on this channel we'll be covering it within the next year, and because it is going to affect a lot of things. What happens in France, just like America, affects Britain. These are our two closest allies, apparently, but also neighbor. So everything that happens inside the French government will affect our borders and the way we have our diplomatic relations with these guys. So firstly, credit to all the protesters in France. Continue the resistance, because do not just obey. The one good thing I like about the French is this pro-liberté mentality that they have. They cannot be told what to do. If they want to go authoritarian, they'll choose to go authoritarian like in the past. They don't need a nanny state to tell them to be authoritarian. That's the beauty of the French. If they want to be anarchist, they'll be anarchist. If they want to be dictatorial, they will choose dictatorial. Now, huge apologies for some of the self-censorship and self-editing, including the first video had to be slightly blurred because of this site. But if you want to watch the full version of The Daily Show that will come out later today, go on mytc.co.uk, use the promo code WeAreTheMedia to get a free trial access. Have a look at all the daily shows and all the podcasts, and of course the news articles that we do that's open, and as well as the forums, the Discord page that we have as well, the Discord server. Check it out, use the promo code WeAreTheMedia, and support us against the complacency of the mainstream media.